Just two things I want to say here, especially if you're in Germany here. If you are in Germany here, just take note of what I'm trying to tell you today, because the society will not ever let you grow. The society here will never let you grow, especially if you are a foreigner. If you watch the life of the Germans, for those who are living in this country, you will know that Germans are almost the most reclusive people on earth. The Germans don't have social life. Germans are just like from work to house, back from work, they come back to their house, they go to cafe bar, and that is fire burn. They go back home and sleep. That is just the routine of every German. And once you are in this country, note one thing. That is very, very important. Note that you have a limitation in this country. You can't exceed more than how they want you to be. In this country, if you have an idea, you are going to be suffocated by that idea, because you don't have any outlet for that idea to blossom. The big brother is always watching you. Unlike those who are in Britain, where if you have the knowledge, you can excel by cleverly, making good use of the system for your own benefit or for the long-term benefit of your children. But in Germany here, you don't have that opportunity, you don't have those chances. What the German government wants you to do is to work. They want you to start to work at an early age, and then you wind up when you are retired, then they start paying you the pension money that's not even going to guarantee your living here in Deutschland. What I'm trying to tell you all here is this. Please, if you're living in Germany here, believe you me, if you think you are going to beat the German system, when I mean beat the German system, not going into any illicit business, no. Even when you are working, you can't still beat the German system. When you are working, you go to the bank to take money. That is another problem. And except you are very, very prudent, that is when you can pay that money back. Me, I don't advise anybody here in this country to take money, because one, if you take that money, go and invest it in Africa. Except you buy land. But say you are building houses in Africa, you are making a mistake. You buy land and do certificate of occupancy. Over time, you can use that, you can sell that land and recover your money back in threefold or in fourfold. But if you are in this country, you are going to find it very difficult to see that you can actually beat a system that has been made before you were born. That is why you can't see a foreigner excelling in business here, a foreigner having an established company here. It's very, very, very difficult. If you've ever heard the other Germans talk, whatever you hear from them is what? Is gay to Arbeit. I want to go to work. That is how they've been programmed to think. That's how they've been programmed to reason. That work is the whole of their life. That work comes also with credit. I made a post before over the issue with Sparkasse. Today the police have not given me the money, but I intend to go to the police on Monday. That those money is my own money. It's the money I have worked for. It's the money I have saved. I wanted to invest in, some certain platforms where I could be earning some, little money, because I don't want to depend on salary here in Deutschland. Because if you keep depending on salary here, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you cannot even tell anybody. So based on this fact I've just said, please, if you want to borrow credit from the German bank, borrow that credit. Don't use it to build a house. Use it to buy ordinary land. Because the day you start building that house in Africa or in anywhere in Africa, if they give you 40,000 naira, you take 40,000 euro, you take that 40,000 euro to Nigeria. You will start, your highest is you build a very large piece of land. You will build it. Remember that over time, that building is going to fade. And the moment that building fades, the value of that building depreciates by 70 to 80%. What appreciates is the land. And if you want to sell that land, you are not going to recover anything because the building is there. The person who is buying it may or might not like that particular structure that is there. So it depends on his pocket. That is one. Two, even if you want to build a house in Africa, please, I will always advise you all, build a small 2 rooms, a parlor, kitchen, and toilet. Just small house. Those big houses you are building is going to be a waste of time and a waste of money. Even to build, I am against building a house in Africa, in Nigeria or in Africa. The best you can do to keep yourself afloat as you pay the debt is to buy land. The land you buy today, in the next 10 years, you might have finished paying the credit. If you take the credit from the bank here, in the next 10 years, that land is going to appreciate in so many ways for you. So if you decide to sell that land and bring the money here, you can begin to buy properties. You can begin to buy a flat. Because anything you buy in this Europe here, especially when it is property or land, they all appreciate over time. That is how you can build your wealth. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I am in Abai's aunt. I'm just in Berushule because I have worked for some time. I saw that there's no need for you to work at all if you don't have any handwork. So I am in Berushule. What you see, look at what I'm putting on here. This is gold. I bought it. See, this is 21 karat. I actually don't wear gold because, I don't need it. But what am I going to do? Since I cannot even do an investment outside the eyes of the big brothers, I have to buy this to keep the money I was trying to use to make some investment in shares or ETTF. I have to use it to buy it so that I can keep this. So what I'm trying to tell you is, please, make better decisions this year and know that you have a limitation in this country, whether you like it or not. If you have so much savings, you are going to pay tax. Germans don't even want you to have any savings at all. They don't want you to have any savings in your bank account. They want you to be negative. They want you to be minus. So, but when you have savings, I would advise you to buy gold or you buy expensive wristwatch you can sell tomorrow. You have something like Rolex and you have other markers. If you have money, you buy those things and keep. So anytime you need money, you can take the wristwatch back and then you take your liquid. Those are the things you can be doing. I will even advise you can go to bank, tell them to give you like loan of 40,000 euro. Use them to buy wristwatch, ordinary wristwatch or gold chain. In the next 20 years or in the next 10 years, if you bring out those watches to sell, my dear, I'm going to tell you, you're going to make much money than if you even buy a land in Africa. So there are many ways for you to increase the value of your life and the value of your money.